Hi and welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be doing Garden Box Kit page number 2. All these products come in my Garden Box Kit that you can get off my website at the link down below in the comments. So the first thing we're going to do is use some of the gel medium to put some tissue paper down to add some texture and a little bit of sparkle to the page. And as I'm putting down the tissue paper, I'm not trying to smooth it out. I'm actually trying to get wrinkles and creases, and because that's what's going to add some nice texture. Okay, hit it with the dryer so that we can dry it in between layers, and we'll go on to the next step. Okay, so I'm going to use the peony flower napkin. This was such a beautiful napkin. I just really was excited to add this in my kit. And if you've never worked with napkins before, one of the things you need to do is separate it from the layers behind the printed layer. So you want to just use your fingernail. I know I'm off camera a little bit, sorry about that, but just use your fingernail and separate the layers so that you're only using the top layer of the napkin. And then I just tore mine around the areas that I wanted to use. And you can tear these into smaller pieces. I chose to use a big corner section because I just thought the composition was so pretty the way it was. I wanted to really capture that in my book. So now I'm going to brush a layer of gel medium onto the page, and I'm going to sandwich that napkin very carefully in between two layers of the gel medium. So one on the page, and then I'm going to go over the whole thing with another coat of gel medium very delicately, because it is a very fragile paper, just to seal everything down really nice. So this is my second or third page out of the kit, and I'm running low on my little tiny bottle of gel medium, so I'm going to start using the full-size gel medium that I have, also available on my website if you'd like to get more. It's just like the one in the tube. Um, but it's a lot easier to get it out of the jar and brush it on your page. Once that's all down and sealed, I'm going to go ahead and close up my jar and um, give it a nice hit with the dryer till it's all dry. So I had covered a little bit of my texture up from the tissue paper when I added the flour, so now I'm going to add a little more texture on top. Plus, this tissue paper has some glitter in it, and I think it's so pretty, so I'm going to add it on top of some of my flowers. And it's translucent once you put the gel medium on it, so I can still see the flower designs underneath, and I just really think that adds a really cool effect. So now I'm going to use the acrylic paint, Rosy, and I'm just going to squirt a little bit on my plate and add a little water to it because it is a thicker paint. So I'm going to add a little bit of water to thin it down, and then I'm going to just brush it on kind of the negative space of my page around my flowers. I love this paint because it has that metallic finish and it's kind of shiny and it just adds a really elegant touch to the page. I don't know if you can see the shimmeriness of the paint. I just love the way it kind of shines and sparkles. Okay, so now we're going to add Crackle Accent Medium. So you have a little tube of this in your kit, and I'm just brushing on a little bit of this medium here and there just to add kind of an aged crackle effect. And you do want to leave it a little bit thick in places because I think um, kind of the thickness helps make more crackle. When it's a little too thin, you don't have enough of the medium to really have a good crackle effect. And if you're having any trouble squeezing the crackle out of the tube, I actually cut most of the tip off of mine. I didn't do that so much in this video, but other times when I have used it, I just cut the tip down and it squeezed out of the bottle much easier. Now I'm going to hit this with the dryer again. Depending on how thick you made your crackle, it could take a little while to dry, or it could dry quickly with the dryer. If it's not drying, just maybe give it a couple hours or come back tomorrow and work on it some more. But you want to make sure it does have a good chance to dry and let the crackle do its magic. Okay, so now I'm going to use the oxide spray, and I'm just going to spray that on my page and kind of rub it into the crackle accent medium. I'm trying to get some of those crackles to kind of pop off the page a little bit, and when you rub paint inside all those cracks, it makes it kind of stand out a little bit more. So that's what I'm doing here. I'm just spraying it on and taking a paper towel or a baby wipe and just kind of rubbing it in. And you can rub this spray off if you spray it anywhere that you didn't want it. I mean, it won't come out of the cracks, but it will come off your page in other areas where it's smooth and you had paint or Mod Podge on. So don't be afraid to use this. I kind of liked the way the green added kind of more of an aged effect to my page, so that's why I just sprayed it here and there. And some of the places where I thought maybe I had a little bit too much, I just took a little spray bottle of water and just kind of wiped it off. Okay, so now I'm going to use a stamp that I have and the stamp pad from Ranger Archival Ink. It's the sepia color. And I know this didn't come in your kit, but it is a stamp that I had. So you can skip this step if you don't have anything, but if you have any kind of stamp with words on it or a texture, and any color stamp you want, um, I'm just kind of adding a little bit of texture with words to the background part of my page. Okay, so now I'm going to take black archival ink. Again, not in your kit, but I'm hoping one of the future kits will have an ink pad for you guys. If not, they should be available on my website very soon. So I'm just rubbing the ink pad around the edge. And again, you can do this with any ink pad that you have. And just kind of creating a darkened border just to kind of frame my page. So think about things that you might have in your craft room or in your drawer, and just, start adding your own touch. I'm using this little love stamp. It's kind of one of the favorite stamps for my students in my art journaling classes. Um, but, use what you have. I'm going to use the 3 words on the printout that comes in my kits. It's beauty, love, and peace. And I'm just going to tear these out and then start arranging them on my page, and deciding kind of where I want to put them compositionally. Now that I kind of know where I want them, I'm going to take some ink and just kind of ink up the edges a little bit to give it some shading. And then I'm going to take my oxide spray and just spray a little bit of spray on the paper just so that they're not so bright white. If you like them bright white, you don't need to do that. There's also other ways to shade around the words. This is just one way to do it. And I'm actually using old paper. Um, that's the spray, the name of the spray, just to kind of give it an aged paper look. And that didn't come in your kit. But like I said, I'll have the links to that below in the comment, all the extra supplies that I'm using. So if you'd like to purchase those extra, some of them you can find on my site, or I'll link the affiliate links so that you can find them easily. And now I'm just attaching them. Again, I'm sandwiching these papers, the words, with the gel medium, a layer underneath and a layer on top, just to seal it really nice and tight. Gosh, I hope you've had fun with this page. I love this page. I love the way this page has turned out. I'm just going to add a few little paint splatters at the end here using the oxide spray. I just unscrewed the lid and I'm using the little tube pump part just to kind of tap and make little splatters on my page. I hope you guys have had as much fun as I have doing this page. If you're interested in all the products that come in the kit, keep watching till the end because I'm going to show the whole kit and what comes in that at the end. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, thumbs up, and have a blessed day.